Okay, I'm here with John and Alex with the Viper, which is this full motion Viper fighter from the Battlestar Galactica simulator. So tell me, I guess there was some last minute problems that occurred right before you got here, and what happened and how'd you overcome to get it rolling today?
Yeah, so some of those problems were, first of all, the onboard computer was overheating, so we had to go out and rush order some special fans to put in there. And we were also having issues with the comlink system and the video system in and out of the cockpit, and so we were rushing to finish those on Friday night before Maker Faire opens.
Okay, so how about you? Did you pull some all-nighters as well?
Yeah, I was in charge of getting the fans. At about Thursday evening, I had to call and special order fans from Amazon to see if they can one day ship them to my house before we left, so we can put them in the computer actually on Friday when we were setting up. So that was a last minute thing we did. And then also we got the flight simulator actually fully working Thursday night. So that was the first full test.
More like Friday afternoon.
Okay, Friday afternoon really. But the first test was really Thursday, and then we got it completely working bugs-free Friday afternoon.
Okay, so besides like the Battlestar Galactica and all the other things, but that's what I find interesting is that this is quite elaborate. That took quite some time to put it all together, and then you're all ready to roll, and then bam. So let me ask this: how did you keep your minds together to fix the problem and not just totally freak out?
I mean, our mindset at this point is like, hey, if we've come this far, this is just a minor hurdle. We're totally capable of, you know, completing this. Just we can do it, guys. Like we have a day left. We have 6 hours left. We have like 50 minutes to get this to work. But just the mindset that yeah, we can do this. We've come this far.
Basically, that we spent 9 months on it. We really can't fail a day before, so we better fix it.
I see. Okay, so which Battlestar, the one from the 70s or the remake, that was the most inspirational of this thing?
So this one was really based off of the remake, and the Viper we have here is actually a new one. It's called the Viper 4 Beta, and so the Alpha actually crash landed. So we brought down the performance, and now this is the Viper 4 Beta. So really the newer version of Battlestar is really our inspiration. I watched all 4 seasons in about 3 weeks.
Okay, so tell me, what about the 70s version? That was made decades before you were born. What do you think about that series?
So I think Sam DeRose is the only actual one who's actually seen it. We watched, I think I've watched 1 episode from it. It's quite different, actually.
Okay.
So.
And then how about you, John?
I've seen a little bit of the new series. I haven't seen the old series, but you know, it's totally cool, and I've been able to take design cues from the show, and so it's been great.
Okay, so tell me something. What is, for doing this simulator, what was the most challenging? I imagine there's many things, but one single item that stood out was like the biggest challenge and hurdle.
So the biggest challenge for me was getting the center of weight to be at the geometrical center. And the importance of that is that if it's not at the center, you have to have much bigger motors, and that causes other problems. So really designing and counterweighting and balancing everything really precisely to get the weight in the center was a big challenge.
How about you?
And for me, I was working on software things, so the biggest problem for me and Sam was to get the Arduinos, which are what was controlling the motors and all of the like hardware stuff in the cabin, to talking to the computers. And we were having a bunch of issues with serial communications, and that was just a problem. So that was actually one of the most fundamental issues we've had in the entire project.
Okay, so with this thing being a full motion simulator, is there kind of like safety regulations that you had to meet in bureaucratic paperwork and all that for the Maker Faire?
There are. As far as building it, we built everything totally over spec. We had probably 5 times our intended torque ratings as far as the frame goes, and we have a racing seat in there with a 6-point harness from a race car. And so it's totally safe. And as far as paperwork, there are some things we would have had to fill out to let people in it. We didn't actually finish that process, so we can't have people in it at Maker Faire. but as far as the platform goes, it's totally safe.
We have about 3 or 4 professional engineers certified it, who are actually part of our team, our mentors, who looked it over and it's completely safe.
Okay, and one last thing. Well, so tell us about Maker Faire. Have you had time to check out the other places around here?
Yeah, we have. The way we're running the shows here, we're doing shifts, and so one of us will be the pilot and one of us will be the operator. And so while 2 of us are on, the other 3 of us and our parents have had time to go check out the rest of the fair.
Okay, so other than that, let's say in terms of the overall experience, what is, like this weekend, what was been the biggest thrill of it all?
Well, a little while ago, I think this morning, maybe this afternoon, we started to get some performance issues with the plane itself, so we decided to take manual control of it during mid-flight. So we just cranked up the settings to full power and just spun the pilot around as much as we could. So that was the most fun thing we've been doing all day.
Definitely.
Okay. All right, well, here with John and Alex with the Viper full motion simulator, and they sport the Maker Faire Editor's Choice ribbons on the side of it, so I imagine that they're all thrilled. And I imagine you're going to get some sleep tonight, or maybe Monday night, because you're going to be up all night packing things away. Okay, great. Talking with you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Show. See what happens when boys don't use Facebook and Xbox, and they build fighter pilots and flight simulators. How old are you? Let's see, age from 13 to 17. So Joe is 13, and he did all of our video and photos and written material. And then the other boys are all 17 from Oakland and San Rafael. So it features 12 onboard computer systems, 2 1-horsepower motors with 300 pounds of torque,